So back in January, the Buffalo Bills lost to the Cincinnati Bengals in frankly embarrassing fashion at home in 2023. The Bills had again fell short in the divisional round 2 years after making the AFC Championship. With the Kansas City Chiefs going on to win the Super Bowl, this led to the question, is the Bills' window for the Super Bowl closed? Are the Bills overhyped? Is Josh Allen the modern day version of Phillip Rivers? And well, I'm here to answer that question for you. And frankly, the answer to that question is no. The Bills' window for a Super Bowl is not closed yet. In today's video, we'll be looking at why the Bills fans should not be worried with everything going on so far and why their window isn't closed yet. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see this for different teams as well, I'm more than down to do that for the whole offseason. Let's get straight into it. So yes, I said it. The Bills' window is not closed just yet. And for starters, here's why. Buffalo still have a top 5 quarterback in Josh Allen. When he is healthy, he is arguably the second best quarterback in the league or the third. They have a clear top 10 receiver in Stephon Diggs, and I think Diggs is top 5, borderline top 3 in the whole league. Look, I love Diggs. He was 5th in yards among receivers and top 2 in receiving touchdowns among receivers in the whole league according to PFF. And I know he has had some very cryptic tweets, but I feel like this is just an antic. And look, even with cryptic tweets or not, Diggs is not going anywhere. The Bills also got better in the run game as they signed Damian Harris to a 1-year deal to be that power running back in their running back room. They also have a sophomore season James Cook going into year 2 who was very good in year 1. Frankly, I think he would take a massive step forward in year 2 and could be the lead back in that room. I just think Nyheim Hines will take a step up and have a bigger role in his first full year in Buffalo. Going to the defensive side of the ball though, the Bills have a lot of pieces on defense. Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer are a dynamic safety duo when they are both healthy and arguably the best in the league. The Bills have a top 10/top 15 corner in Tre'Davious White. When he is fully healthy, he is arguably a top 10, top 5 corner in this league, and he will have a full offseason, a full training camp this year to get ready to go for the start of the season. They also have a Pro Bowl linebacker in Matt Milano, who was 4th among linebacker coverage in 2022, according to PFF. And frankly, they have a great starting 4 when it comes to the defensive line with Greg Rousseau, Daquan Jones, Ed Oliver, and Von Miller when they are all fully healthy. Now, with all that said though, that doesn't mean that the Bills don't have issues and have holes in their roster. Now, that's not a bad thing, but what NFL team doesn't have holes in their roster? For one, and I think the biggest hole so far is the loss of Tremaine Edmonds at middle linebacker. Edmonds left in free agency to sign with the Bears on a 4-year, $72 million deal. Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott have kind of hinted to the solution of Edmonds' replacement being in-house with either Terrell Bernard or Terrell Dotson. But when you look at their stats so far, it's not really the greatest. You're not obviously going to replace Tremaine in one fell swoop, but I don't know if that's the way to go about it. Going back to the offensive side of the ball though, the Bills' O-line has not been great, and 4 out of the 5 starters on the offensive line had a 61 or lower grade in 2022 according to PFF. The one exception was from you already know University, Dion Dawkins. Swiftly moving on back to the defense though, all of the roster defensive tackles are set to be free agents in 2024. Ed Oliver, Tim Settle, Jordan Phillips, and Daquan Jones are all set to be free agents in 2024. Frankly, also, the Bills have a lack of defensive end depth. After Von Miller went down, with the exception of Greg Rousseau and Shaq Lawson, didn't look great when it came to rotating into the defensive line. Look, going back offensively, the Bills really lack a wide receiver 3 currently. They cut Isaiah McKenzie at the start of free agency, and they signed former Saint Deontay Hardy and former Miami Dolphin and 49er Trent Sherfield in free agency. But I think that the solution to this problem is in-house with Khalil Shakir. Frankly, when he had some big-time catches in 2022, and honestly, I think he could be that wide receiver 3 that the offense needs. Basically, a baby Cole Beasley. But the thing about all the problems that I just listed is a lot of them can be solved in the draft. Like some Jack Campbell, Trenton Simpson could really fill that middle linebacker role. Offensively, they could get a tackle out of the first round. There are plenty of those going in the first round right now. Defensive tackle spots are very good. I like Mozzie Smith out of Michigan in the 2nd round. There is a ton of defensive end depth in this draft as well. And obviously, as always, there is a ton of wide receiver depth so far in this draft. So all these problems can be solved in literally a span of 3 days. Oh, and don't forget, we still have a whole rest of the offseason to go. So if all of them don't get solved, we still have plenty of time for this to get solved. The one thing that does worry me that is off the ball is the year without Leslie Frazier. Look, this can go both ways. We saw Leslie Frazier's defense break down again in the playoffs last year, but during the regular season, they have a dynamic, awesome defense. Currently, Sean McDermott will be calling plays on the defense, and there is currently no sub defensive coordinator in for Buffalo as I'm recording this. When it comes to offensive coordinator though, Ken Dorsey had some questionable play calls in 2022, But look, I really do think that can be attributed to Dorsey's lack of being an offensive coordinator. Frankly, this was his rookie year of being an OC, and I can kind of call those for right now a lot of rookie mistakes. Look, I know the Bills have been very quiet in free agency. Frankly, they've been signing a lot of depth pieces and nothing really too big yet. With the likes of the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Patriots all signing big name players to be starters in their respective lineups, I can understand the frustration as a Bills fan not seeing us do the same thing. But look, I have full faith in Brandon Beane. I mean, look at the turnaround he has done during this time during free agency in past years. And look, I said it before, it is a long off season. Brandon Beane has plenty of time to cook. Look, and with the Jets, Dolphins, and Pats just signing people to sign people. Remember last year when, the AFC West had the same problem going on? The Broncos, the Raiders, the Chargers were all signing people just to sign people like it was man franchise mode. And the one team that was quiet was the Kansas City Chiefs. You even had me saying that the Chargers were going to take the division. And look what happened. The Chiefs dominated their division again and went to the Super Bowl. While the Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders all kind of fell flat on their faces. Look, I'm not saying that's going to be the same thing with the Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots, but frankly, looking at it from right now, currently, it's a long offseason. We won't know how this plays out till the season starts. Look, will winning the AFC East be easy? No. Will it be a lot more competitive? Hell yes. Will it be easy to win divisional games? No, it won't. But when is playing a divisional game an easy game? Look, when you look at all four teams in the division, the one that has the best shot to make a run and make a splash in the playoffs is the Bills. And I know the last 2 years, they have fell flat on their faces. Look, people are even calling them pretenders at this point. And look, I get it. They haven't had the postseason success, but let's not act like they're the Vikings here. Come on. But putting all that aside, I think the Bills are still better than the Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots. Look, I know they added a ton of firepower to their rosters respectively, and like I said, we won't know how this plays out till the season starts. Currently on paper, the Bills look the best built to win. Look, I'm not saying that the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl, but I'm also not saying that the Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots are going to win it either. As a Bills fan, I know it has been a quiet offseason so far, and I know we're not making the big name signings like everybody else, but I got my full faith in Brandon Beane, and putting that aside and being an analyst, I still think we will be fine in 2023. So no, our window is not closed just yet. Yes, I know we lost a lot of people in free agency and we're set to lose more in 2024, but we'll let those problems come up when they come up. With that all being said though, I still have faith in Brandon Beane and I always have faith in Sean McDermott. So breathe, Mafia, breathe. We're gonna be alright. With that all being said though, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the Buffalo Bills so far, and am I right in saying this Bills Mafia? Let me know if you want me to do this for your favorite team or any other team in the AFC East, any AFC West, or any of the NFC or AFC conferences. With that all being said though, I have been Josh from S.H.T Sports, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.